Hey everyone, welcome again. The last day of Angry Birds week. We're drawing Bad Princess, and that's from the Angry Birds Stella game that has yet to come out. Now this time you're going to start with what looks like a corn kernel. So if you pluck a piece of corn off the cob, that's what you're drawing. That's roughly the shape. And then off to the side, depending on the view you're drawing, we're going to draw this, what do you call it? Cape? It's not a cape. It's not a cowl. Maybe that's part of a cowl. I don't know. Some sort of fashion accessory in the back. Now the lighter you draw, the more you're able to change if you make a mistake. And she's got a little tiara up here. And a couple feathers swooping out the back. Okay, that's roughly the shape. Now I'll go back over it and get a little more accurate. So the first time I sketched, I was doing it light, and now I'm just doing it a little bit heavier. And on the top here, there's some splits and cracks. There's a lot of curves to this princess. If you really want to get good at drawing, you gotta have a sketch pad with you and draw all the time. The really good artists are the ones that are always drawing. I think I drew those a little too high. I'll bring them down just a tiny bit. So if you're watching this and you play Angry Birds, which Angry Birds do you like to play the most? Is it just the latest one that came out, or do you have a favorite? Let me know in the comments. I think they're getting a little earthy and save the environment and the world kind of a angle to this game. But again, I don't know. It hasn't come out yet. Now here where the ring of the tiara, the crown, is being covered by this little cape thing she's wearing, it's best, instead of guessing where it ends up, draw it like you can just see it through it so that you're drawing a correct angle. The eyes are usually important to get right, and this is not looking correct to me. I'm not sure where it's off. So rather than just stick with it, I'm going to erase it and try it again. Let's see if I can get this right. I think it was not covered enough. I think it was a little open too wide. Maybe a little too high. Alright, so I'm done with the pencil, and I'll just draw in some definite lines here with the pen. And I'm going to go slow. And underneath my paper I have a few other sheets. I'm not just drawing on one sheet on the table. I like to draw on a few sheets stacked up on top of each other. It makes the pens, pencils, everything flow more smoothly. And this time with the pen you can change it again. I'm bringing the crown down just a bit. Still think it's too high. I'm defining these little splits in the cape. I actually used to have a few pet birds. They were parakeets. They were kind of fun. One had its wings clipped, the girl did. And I didn't know that meant they could never fly. I guess there's certain feathers that if you cut, they're grounded, and she eventually died by getting eaten by a cat. Because once she got out of the cage, we'd bring the cage outside, and they figured out how to open up the cage. And the little feeder thing dropped out, she dropped out, and I just found feathers. So what kind of bird do you think this bad princess is? Is it an owl? If I had to guess, I'd say she's an owl. But she doesn't really have an owl's beak. So I think they would have drawn that one a little differently. Or maybe they don't even really care. They just draw some sort of character, and sometimes it looks like an actual bird and sometimes it doesn't. I'm done putting in all the black lines, and now I'm going to color it in. And I don't have 4 shades of violet. That's what this pencil is. So what I'm going to do is go very lightly, then a little darker, and with those first 2 shades I can just smooth it out with the white colored pencil. And for the deepest color here, I am going to put on several layers, one of violet, and then another dark blue, and then actually some black, and that'll make this part look right. Then I'm going to push very hard and get a solid violet color. Then when you're done filling it in, grab your white pencil and blend it. Look at what a difference that makes. Much smoother. Okay, so the first color wasn't right, and this color isn't right, but if I blend the two, I could get this dark enough. And now I'll add a little bit of black. Then I'll take a lighter violet colored pencil and give the top edge some highlights just for fun. Make it pop out a bit more, define the edges. And usually when you're this loaded with color already, you gotta push pretty hard. And this part I also don't have the exact color, so I'm gonna do a light layer of peach. And then I'll go over with another light layer of yellow ochre. And then I blend it in with the white so it looks like one clean color. Alright, for the beak I'm doing yellow, and then I'm going to just put in a few darker shading parts of ochre, just like the crown, it's the same color. And the bottom beak is dark, so dump a little more color on there and give the top of the beak a highlight. Here's another dumb trivia moment. Did you know that the plural word for books used to be beak? So right now you say, hand me the books. You used to say, hand me the beak, which meant a pile of books or more than one book. That was before they just put S's on the end of everything for a plural. I think before the Vikings came in. That's old English. Now, depending on the piece of artwork you're looking at, her eyes are either blue or they're kind of orangish. And I think more of the artwork has her with orange eyes, so that's what I'm gonna pick. But we'll see what their final decision is when the game comes out. And just around the edges, put some gray. That makes the eyeball pop out a bit more. You don't want a totally stark white eye on this one. She's got her eyelid half closed, so underneath the eyelid, put in a nice streak of gray. That makes it look like it has a bit of a shadow. And alright, we made it to the end of the video, and you guys are awesome. We got 500 subscribers, which is pretty cool. And I'll have more drawings to come and more themed weeks in the future, so please subscribe. Thanks for watching my channel and have an awesome day. Bye.